So there we go. We've got that. And now with a bunch of strips going this way and the onion rings, you know, the core pieces that are going this way, now when you chop down, all you get is thousands of tiny little blocks of onion. Woo! And these are kicking too. Yowzers. I'm crying already. My eyes are in pain. So, there you go. That's the onion. We will rejoin again. I need to be sure not to use these fingers when I touch the camera, huh? We will rejoin again later when I get to the garlic and the hot peppers. And welcome back again. I have to tell you, this onion, these two onions, absolutely just kicked my tail. I couldn't see straight for a while. I need to sip a beer here. That stuff is no joke. My nose is running. My left eye was burning like crazy. Like absolutely crazy. Okay. Moving on. Garlic. Garlic is a pain in the ass to strip. Is it not? Yes, I think you agree. Here's the quick and easy way to do it. You're gonna like my nuts. You put your clove of garlic down, put your knife on top, flat end of your palm, and just really sit down on top of it. Give it a quick smush, and the whole shell comes off lickety split. Look at that. Da-da-da. Completely clean clove of garlic, ready to go. I'll cut an end off. Sometimes I cut both ends off, but when it comes down to it, I just give it a smash. Looks like there were a couple cloves in there actually. These cloves that I've got are really, really big. So, whatever. I'm not going to be too picky. Some of it can go to waste. So I'm going to cut what is the bottom of the clove off. Again, some of this junk out of my way. Give it a smash. Pick up the corner. Give it a smash and take away the trash. Da, da, da. Who's cool now? Me. Did I say one more before? I don't know. This is garlic. How can you can't have too much garlic, right? So, cut one more end off. And here we go. All right. Garlic is taken care of. Give the garlic, let me get more of my trash out of the way here. Stick it together. Just run the knife over it a few times. Just enough to break it up. Share the love. Oh man, that smells awesome. It's garlic. Oops. Here's an end here I don't want anybody chewing on. That's why you cut that stuff out. Alright, garlic is done. Next, let's do this was a frozen jalapeno. It's got a hole in it. That's interesting. Maybe thawing out frozen jalapenos wasn't a good idea. Here's a red one. Kind of funny looking. Cut it open. Take the top off. Take it right down the middle. Now people say, I'm not sure, I haven't heard, but they say that most of the heat comes from the pith on the inside and the seeds. Whatever. If that seems to be the case, I'm not really looking for a screaming hot chili. So we'll do a few of these. So I'll section these up the same way. I'll split the peppers open. I've got a few fresh ones that I also pulled right off the plant just a couple hours ago. This one's nice and firm. I'll section the jalapenos up. Section the serranos. up the same way, and we will go back to the pan and start sweating our veggies. Sound good? Good. Okay, let's try this. This is attempt number 2. We're going to put in a little bit of oil. This is going to act as a fat. I've turned down the heat. We're not smoking anymore. That's a good thing. And that wasn't a Martha Stewart reference either. So then, come all the way over here. And in will go all of our seasoned chicken. I was hoping for a little more sizzle than that. That's okay. As the heat builds up in there, we'll get a good sizzle going. And that's what I want. Now, like I said, this is going to be a quick brown. That's a lot of chicken to dump into one pot. If this wasn't cast iron, I'd be afraid of dumping that much meat into a container like this and wanting to brown it. However, because this is cast iron, it will hold the heat better than your typical stainless steel or aluminum pot or anything like that. So I'll set that on the side. This should go in the sink actually. And now we'll give it a little stir. It sizzles a good sound. I'm deciding right now at this moment if I want to add anything to it. I'll put in a splash of some salt, just to kick up the flavor a little bit. The way salt makes flavors react on your tongue totally enhances it. Alright, we are back at the pot. We have a nice sort of a frothy, I put in some beer, and a little bit of beer, and this is the leftover juice from when we did the chicken earlier. So I've got it up on, the stove's at about 3. So we're going to toss in, look at those pretty colors. We've got the onion, green jalapenos, red jalapenos. Red jalapenos are basically the pepper just stayed on the plant a little bit longer. And of course, some of those green serranos. I found a stray little piece of red jalapeno earlier that had jumped off the cutting board and got away from me. And I tried it, and it's hot. For a jalapeno, it has definitely got some heat. So I do have some concerns this chili is going to turn out a little more smoking hot than I had originally intended. Looks like there's a skinny piece of onion skin. I'm going to give it a good stir, get some heat going, crank the heat up to about 5. I'm giving it a good stir just to break up the small pieces of onion that I cut apart earlier. Some of them, if they didn't break apart, if they just through the moisture adhesion wanted to stick together. There's a big piece of garlic that I guess I missed. So I'll break it up. It's all nice and Christmas colory. Not even Thanksgiving yet. Halloween is tomorrow. It's a little early really to be thinking about chili. It's 75 degrees out today. But anyway, so we'll get that cooking. Oh, I did, don't go anywhere. I did also chop up some roasted red pepper. I think that is going to, it's going to add nicely to the dish as well. So, let that cook, sweat for a while, and when I get into the beans, when we get to the beans, the tomato sauce, all that goodness, I will get back to you in a short while.